Good evening, you foolish lot, and welcome to another For Honor video. Today, we will be discussing what it is like to play Highlander in 2023. Now I know this video will not apply to everyone, but I hope some of you can gain some form of relatability whilst watching. If you do enjoy the video, then please let me know down below, because I wouldn't mind making this into a series. If you also have a suggestion of who I should do next, then also let me know. As painful as it was playing Highlander and getting Eclipse and creating a script, if you guys enjoy the video, then it would have been completely worth. So without further ado, let's get into it. Highlander was the first DLC Viking that was released in the first year of For Honor, alongside Gladiator. With Highlander's release, he brought the first of his kind, dual stance. His first stance being his defensive one. This is where Highlander could block and parry attacks. He also had crushing counters on all sides. From reading the For Honor wiki fandom, it is said that Highlander is able to dictate a fight due to having counter-attacking options. This is a lie, but we'll get into this later. His second stance being his offensive one. This is where Highlander gained access to pure, spammable unblockables, ranging from a grab, a kick, and a heavy attack. He also had access to offensive lights, but I couldn't really tell you how fast they were. What I can say, however, is they were completely unreactable. Each grab and each kick confirmed a 40 damage heavy attack, which is insane considering all you had to do was press X in offensive stance. Can we also just appreciate how I've destroyed that Warlord despite being on 1 HP? Anyway, at first Highlander was very overpowered because no one knew how to deal with him. But as the years went on and people got better at the game, Highlander began to see a decline in performance and thus a decline in pick rate. So what did this mean for Highlander? That is a great question. It meant absolutely nothing. I'm only half joking anyway. What the CCU did was turn For Honor from a reaction-based game to a read-based one, meaning you would have to make educated guesses on what your opponent would do next. What they also did was change the damage values, though from Highlander's perspective, 40 damage to 30 damage means nothing when all he has to do is connect 2 attacks. What they also did was change how lights worked, so it now costs more stamina to throw lights. This was to counteract light spam. So you would think that after the CCU, Highlander would become a formidable opponent. You couldn't be more wrong. What people do, especially in the higher reps, is stand and stare at you and wait for you to throw out attacks. Though it is very much read based, I would consider Highlander lights very reactable. And don't get me wrong, I will stare at Highlander and wait for him to throw out attacks. But I'll do a deflect or something sick, not a shitty, boring ass parry. Using Highlander in Duels and Dominion both have their highs and lows. If I'm completely honest though, Duels is one of the most painful experiences I've had to go through in my life. Look at this gameplay, and tell me this looks fun to you. This is what it's like playing Duels, especially as Highlander. People will stand there and stare at you like a pedo in a playground. Now if we compare this to Dominion, you will see how much more fun Dominion looks. So do you see the difference? People actually attack you in Dominion. They don't just stand there and wait for parries. Obviously not all the time, but definitely more than Duels. Breach, however, has easily been my best experience playing Highlander. This is because all of the lower reps play this mode. Now, I'm not entirely sure why, but one could only assume that they do this because of how competitive Dominion can be. I was gonna say, us Dominion lot, should start playing Breach. It would actually be more fun and a bit challenging. But if we were to do that, Breach would just be sweatfest, and then no one will play this game. We won't get any new people, and all the people that played Breach will quit. So let's stick to Dominion, for my sanity and theirs. Playing Highlander has been a very big double-edged sword. Like, he's very, very fun to use because of his 2 stance, but he's so hard to get into. Easy to use, hard to master, I would say, especially in the higher reps. With his Celtic Curse, it's so easy to tell where he's going. It's so obvious. They've not done very well. Like, I think they've sped it up. But even then, you're just going to get parried or deflected very easily. And especially because to get into Celtic Curse, you have to dodge forward. So a lot of people will just guard break you. And it will work. There's no invulnerability like there is with certain characters. So again, with offensive form, to counter that, all you have to do is be in Highlander's face. If he goes into offensive stance, you light him out of it or guard break him out of it. Unless that Highlander's playing on 110%, he'll won't parry the light. So literally lighting Highlander out of offensive form is your best bet. And again, being in his face, yo, if he throws that light, you parry that shit. He throws a heavy, you just dodge, you know what I mean? So again, he's very, very double-edged. But if you're on 110%, oh bro, the shit you can do with Highlander is insane. Like, I think I'll have a few clips here and there, so I'll put them up. Because again, what they'll do is try and light you out of offensive form. So if you bait it, parry that, oh mate, it looks sick, you know, it looks sick. But no, yeah. Against the lower reps, I would 100% go with Highlander because they will not have any idea what to do against him. But against the higher reps, you're going to have to play on 110%. If I'm completely honest though, again, I have enjoyed Highlander so much that I did decide to play ranked with him. And you know what? I did fucking sick with him. I won, I think, 11 or 12 games in a row and got into GM, and I think I'm in the top 30 now, only using Highlander. Which, for me anyway, is quite impressive because I consider Highlander very, very weak. I would rather play someone else like Shaman or Peacekeeper. Maybe not Peacekeeper, but I'd rather play Shaman than I would Highlander. Again, getting into Highlander is so fun, but you just got to play on 110%. So yeah, this is what it's like to play Highlander in 2023. Obviously, this is from my experience. Obviously, as I said at the start of the video, people's experiences would have differed. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And if, again, you have a suggestion of who I should do next, then let me know. Please, 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 please do not make it Peacekeeper, because I will cry. Anyway, see you next time with all my clicky bait titles. GM this, GM that.
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take it